Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. I'm here with a special guest. Once my sworn op, my enemy. Now we're collaborating. Who would have thought? We had our moments, but it's water under the bridge, man. We men and we can come together and make it happen, man. Hold the truth hostage, man. Introduce yourself.
Oh,
Let the audience know who you are, what type of content you make, and all of that.
oh yeah. Well, I'll hold the truth hostage, man. Where if the truth is so important, wouldn't negotiate with lies. I make a lot of my contents on the manosphere, black pill content. The goal is just to make a lot of men just learn to, bypass their emotions, man, and just live life based on logic, man. There's so many men and their feelings these days, man. We might need that third bathroom where it just says, man, if you and your feelings as a man, sit down when you piss, man. We might need that. But other than that, that's really what I be doing, man. Just content, and to me, I want to say respect to Solo because this is what we need to do as black men, man. We need to understand that there's so many negative aspects of our image out there anyway. Even if we don't agree with things, we just need to understand, man. We don't want to be a part of that well that's just negativity, telling each other, take each other out, hurt each other. Let's just build, man. Let's just talk positively and move on, you know.
Yeah, and on hold the truth hostage, I think this is a conversation that we need because you pay attention to what's going on socially, geopolitically, and one thing I like about your content, I don't agree with a lot of stuff you say, but I do like your input when it comes to technology and geopolitics, and the fact that you are willing to talk about topics that are beyond just women. I think that too often, and I don't claim the manosphere no more for my reasons,
Mm.
but I think too often in the men's spaces, instead of really talking about the things that truly matter, we get distracted by just women. And women are cool. Don't get me wrong. We all love to look at a pretty woman, talk about a pretty woman, or rebuke a Jezebel or what have you. But we live in times now. I don't know who the truth hostage. If you heard, First Republic Bank is like one of the biggest banks in America, and they're not in the top 5, or even top 10, but they're struggling. I mean, their stock went down 50%. We're in the middle of a bank crisis. We're in the middle of a looming recession, hyperinflation, and then of course the main topic that we're going to talk about is AI. So with all these things going on, a lot of men are still talking about women. Now, hold the truth hostage. Before we even get into this whole AI topic, what do you see what's happening globally, economically, with I just mentioned hyperinflation and what is going on with the banks, and why do you think that, in your opinion, where men should be paying attention more of that than women, why it's the opposite, where men are now they're still paying more attention to what's going on with these women when they should be paying attention to the world around them? Because as both you and I know, a lot of things are about to change, and in a hurry.
Well, man, it's a lot of men. Just to me, they're still trapped and thirsty, man. A lot of dudes haven't evolved and understand that. Yo, America has told you. Like a good example is Kanye and Kim Kardashian's divorce. A lot of men think, oh, that's just social media. Yo, he was worth 400 mil. She worth $1 billion. Men can't even make money if you the brokest, you're the poorest person in a relationship, man. A lot of men that are still chasing relationships just don't understand, man. We in a new era, man. We're in the age, and I coined the term, I call it, we're in the no-term relationship. There's not one man here watching this content that could say, yo, I could tell my girl, don't go out tonight. Don't go hang with these dudes. And she gonna listen. There's not one man that could do that. And if she does, she only doing it until she don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You can't set terms anymore. I don't know if you heard this, Solo. Ben Shapiro said women are the majority voters in the United States, and women are the ones that will decide if the laws changed. And nothing's gonna change, man. It's just a lot of dudes is just trapped on that thirst for pussy, man. And they don't want to admit that, yo, you gotta not only chase money, but you gotta be aware. We in the times of the global environment, the global economy. And a lot of men been trained, you gotta be afraid to be a globalist. Yo, we've been globalists, man. One thing I like to tell people, Solo, is check your drawer. You know, the cupboard drawer where you cook your food. Tell me how much of the herbs and spices you use to cook your food that are only from America. I guarantee you got onion powder from India. You got this from that country, that from that country. Yo, we a globalist country, man. And if you ain't adapting to that, man, you setting yourself up to fall. And we seen too many men fall. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are just lining up to be the next guy to fall, chasing some pussy like a dog chasing his tail, man. We know what it is. And this AI stuff, man, what we about to talk about here. You might want to record it. You might want to listen to it, because, man, this, like Solo said, man, a lot of stuff is changing in the next 1 to 5 years. We're talking about over 20 years of change is being condensed in 5 years. Yo, a year from now, dog, you won't even know what's gonna happen. But you know, Solo's the host, so I don't want to go too far.
No, man. Listen. I enjoy it when somebody rambles more than me, especially on a topic like this, because of the fact that this is a topic that I call high IQ conversations. We're not going to have 200 or 300 people in this chat tonight, and the fact of the matter is because a lot of people don't care. Now, if I would have put a thumbnail of, like you just mentioned, Kim Kardashian up showing her cakes, talking about Kim Kardashian new tape out, we'd have 300 people in the chat. But you know what? This is why I call it high IQ conversation, because most people that are going to watch this, their IQ level is going to be above average or higher, because this a lot of people, they're not going to pick up what we're about to put down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say like, yo, I'm a college professor or nothing like that, because I'm not. I don't know if you saw my first video that I did on this AI. Did you watch it by chance or no?
I watched some of it, man.
Yeah, you know, so I had the PowerPoint and I broke it down from A to Z, you know, what AI is and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me read the super chat real quick. Shout out to the African Wolf with the super chat. He says, let's cook. Yeah, we're about to cook. Now, before we begin, I have a quick 2-minute video that I want to play. For those who don't know what AI is, or just need a recap, I've shown this video before, but it's only 2 minutes long. It'll give you a quick basic breakdown, and then, you know, hold the truth hostage. We'll take it from there.
What exactly is artificial intelligence? We speak of AI when computer systems perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. This includes, for example, recognizing images, making decisions, or engaging in dialogue. To do this, the AI systems must be equipped with knowledge and experience. This can be achieved in 2 ways. You can program each individual instruction so that the machines solve the task step by step. This is comparable to a cooking recipe or assembly instructions. Alternatively, you can use programs that learn from data themselves. This enables them to detect relevant information, draw conclusions, or make predictions. This is known as machine learning. We all have probably dealt with AI at some point in our lives. When we watch films, listen to music, or shop online, AI gives us recommendations about what we might like. AI is capable of converting spoken language into text and translating it into other languages. AI is a central component of robotics. Robots make our everyday lives easier or take on strenuous activities. Self-driving vehicles recognize their environment through AI and can react to it. AI is becoming increasingly important within medicine. It supports doctors when diagnosing diseases. Also, more and more patients use AI-based apps for initial diagnosis. In the educational sector, AI helps to individualize learning activities, for example, on digital learning platforms. AI is becoming increasingly important. Once we understand how AI works, we can better gauge where it can support everyday activities at home and at work, and where we would rather make our own decisions. AI will not replace humans, but it is getting better and better at supporting us. For this, we need an AI-competent society.
Okay, so that's just a brief overview, really quickly, for those that don't know what we're talking about when we mention AI. Now, hold the truth hostage. Did you notice something interesting about that video? That they always had a robot in one of them scenes? Did you peep that?
Yeah, they're trying to position it that, man, we gotta trust, it's artificial intelligence, something that ain't breathing. Like, we can trust it, like it can't lie or nothing like that, but really it's just manipulating people. You know what I mean? And people just don't understand that. One thing they said that people don't understand, Solo, is that, they said it can translate, your language. Now, a lot of people thinking, oh, it can translate what I said after I said it. No, man, we're in the age now where AI now can translate what you're saying live. Like, I'm gonna tell people now, man, you better enjoy these last moments of freedom of speech, because what's going to happen now with the stream me and Solo having right now, in the future, we won't even know what you're saying, what you're hearing, because what's happening now is Google's building AI into it, and pretty soon when you talk, like if Solo said hello on this stream, he won't know if what you heard was hello, because now what Google's about to do is they're going to have live censorship where when you talk, they have an AI built into Google that literally can change what you say. And Solo,
But see, hold up. I don't mean to cut you off, but brother, they already got it now.
mm,
If have you noticed that sometimes if you type in certain words,
mm,
the Google will actually delete the comment after the fact.
mm,
After the fact.
mm,
Sometimes not before, because you can censor words, right? For example, if you try to type in the N word in my chat with the ER, it's not going to
mm,
work, right?
mm,
But I noticed that they can, even now, the Google algorithm is so clever that if you make a sort of derogatory comment in a chat, it'll delete it like within seconds after you post it. That is some
mm.
crazy ish.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, what they're doing now is what a lot of guys and people don't get. And another thing I want to say, respect to Solo on this, is that, man, we two brothers on a stream, and we're not talking about gang banging, we're not talking about drugs, we're not talking about chains, we're not talking about the basics. That's usually what these type of streams are. You know what I'm saying? When it come to, they show a lot of brothers coming together, it's gonna be, the basics. But what I'm telling you now is, yo, Solo, you remember, did you see that YouTube has a tool that lets you edit your stream afterwards? What's
Yeah,
gonna
I peeped that.
happen? Oh, go on. Yeah, what's gonna happen now
No,
is,
no, go ahead, go ahead. No, I'm just acknowledging that I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, what's gonna happen now is, they're gonna be editing what you're saying live. Basically, I saw AI where it can change your language live. Like, I could be talking English and it could change it to Spanish. And they've even shown that AI can change what you're saying and keep your tone. So in the next 1 to 2 years, we won't know what we're saying, because the reason I say this is, you ever read that long agreement that they give you on YouTube and all these
Terms and
long,
services.
yeah,
Yeah.
terms and services?
I never read the whole thing. I've skimmed through it though. Yeah.
Yeah, we never read it. So how
Mhm.
do me and you know, Solo, that we signed that it's okay for YouTube to edit what we're saying on their platform? The next step is that AI will literally, me and we'll post a video, and whatever they don't want you to say, they're just gonna change the word. Because what they've learned is they rather keep you as a content creator than lose you. So what they're gonna be
Mhm.
doing now is they're gonna be editing what you're saying on the video. What a lot of people don't get is, Solo, in the next year or literally 3 years, no one will be able to even trust their own videos. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, Solo, you streamed for like over 4 hours. Do you remember everything you said in those hours?
Well, brother, we ain't streaming 4 hours tonight. I can assure
Oh,
you.
nah.
I can assure you that, bro. This ain't one of them, man. I'm keep it real, man. But no, I know exactly what you're saying, and but you know what? And hold the truth hostage. I remember you and I, maybe about a year ago or a year and a half ago, we had a conversation about crypto, right? And I was talking about some other things. But I think hold the truth hostage. One thing you're gonna see is you're gonna see the rise of decentralized platforms that are gonna be censorship free, and you're starting to notice content creators already pivoting. Like, for example, Andrew Tate got banned from virtually all social media, right? Sneeko as well, and they went over to Rumble, right? Even one of the biggest Twitch streamers, I don't know if you know him, known as Kai Cenat, he made Twitch 50 million in 1 month. He only made 2 million. They banned him. Imagine, hold the truth hostage. Kai Cenat is a young brother. He's the #1 streamer in the world, and they banned him. He made him 50 million in 1 month. And Twitch is like, we good. We don't need you, right? So I do think that even DJ Academics, I heard he signed a deal with Rumble, and Aiden Ross, he got banned off Twitch. I don't know if you're familiar with him or heard of him.
No,
He's a popular streamer. He went over the Kick. So I do think, hold the truth hostage. I do think that other platforms, I don't think they're going to overtake YouTube right now, but I do see another platform within 5 years that is going to dethrone YouTube, because what's going to happen is, as you already know, and as I already know, YouTube is clamping down heavy on the censorship. We know, let's keep it real, brother. YouTube is very left leaning, right? And you know me, I'm not left, I'm not right. I'm Team God. You already know, God pill all day. Facts. But the reality is, hold the truth hostage, and we can go back and forth on this, because I know there's certain things we agree on when it comes to AI and certain things we don't. But I do think that eventually there will be another platform that will be decentralized, where censorship is going to be null and void. And I think that that's where the blockchain comes in. Everybody always wants to talk about crypto as a form of currency, but I'm talking about a decentralized platform that is going to utilize blockchain. What do you think of that? Because, brother, I don't think YouTube is going to be on 5 years from now, is going to be the #1 streaming platform. I'm pretty sure it won't be. I think that because they're going to clamp down so heavy. I mean, they've been doing it for the last 5-6 years, but I want to get your opinion if you think YouTube will still be #1 5 years from now, and your thoughts on decentralized platforms.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, YouTube, when you bring this up, what a lot of people don't get is YouTube wants the spot that television had. This is why they're punishing content creators that are not attached. Like, notice how Jimmy Kimmel, one thing I did, Solo, I don't know if you went to video games. I searched SNK, you know what I'm saying, the fighting game, and I got SNL. You know what I'm saying? So what YouTube is doing is YouTube wants to take the spot of television. And what that means is, unless you're part of a corporation, a multimedia conglomerate, they don't really want you here. Like, notice, I'm gonna give you the first scam YouTube did, and a lot of YouTubers were so proud of it, that 1,000 sub scam. You need to get 1,000 subs, you need to get 4,000 watch hours, you need to connect it to your phone. That was a scam to punish the average person from going viral. So if Solo, for example, let's say you started a new channel with no subs and you just hit 1 million views, you know what I'm saying? YouTube don't want to pay you for that. So what they've done is they've clamped.
But guess what? YouTube still gets paid.
Oh, there it is. You dropped it. Yeah, they still get paid. But notice, as soon as Jimmy Kimmel, as soon as a star makes a YouTube account, the algorithm pumps them up. You know what I'm saying? They already getting 1 million views. They're getting 100,000 views. They're getting 100,000 subs. And here's the thing. Here's where we failed, is that we really think all these subs are real. We really think that, yo, whatever YouTube tells you, like, you know, let's go back to like the 2000s, Jessica Alba, when she was hot. If Jessica Alba made a YouTube account and got 1 million subs, we'd believe it without a question. We wouldn't understand that, yo, these are just numbers. Like, one thing they've always told us, Solos, that numbers never lie, but we never think that, what about the numbers that are being displayed? How aren't they lies? Yeah, the number ain't a lie, but that don't mean the number I'm seeing is factual. And what's going to happen with what you said about YouTube alternatives, I think, and I want to get your thoughts on this, I think what's happening to YouTube with content creators is what happened with Netflix. Remember when Netflix had every show? You just, I would just keep Netflix and watch whatever. A lot of the content creators are leaving. So YouTube won't become the number one source of content where, you could just sit here. I want politics, I go to YouTube. I want somebody cooking some chicken or whatever, I go on YouTube. What YouTube is doing is it's eliminating any content that doesn't fit the TV market. Like, think of YouTube like you're watching Channel 11. You know what I mean? Like you're watching, CW, you're watching your basic cable network, ABC Family. They don't want anything outside of that because YouTube's trying to say, we're the new TV, man. They don't want a guy like Solo. They don't want guys like us here. Like, we're leaving. Like when you said about that dude from Twitch, yes, he made them $50 million, but when you compare him to the majority of people on there, they lose him. They still got a lot of people generating them over 500 million views and all that. So they can lose one person, and they probably didn't want him. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube's been running a scam, and I remember YouTubers were like, finally, man, you need 1,000 subs to get support. Like they were celebrating it, that they feel elite now. That, man, you got to get 1,000 subs to be monetized. No, YouTube has become, you're volunteering to be an intern. Like all our videos get ads, man, whether you monetized or not. And the thing is, Solo, I want to ask you this question because it happened to me. I literally saw YouTube project to me, like I had 860 subs, right? YouTube showed me you're gonna have 853. And when I look at it live, I'm at 860. And people been hitting me up, they're taking me out. YouTube has literally shown me how many people I'm going to lose, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're interns, we're unpaid interns on YouTube. And if they don't like you, even if you monetize, like for you, Solo, you monetize. Are you averaging the majority of your notifications from your people? Like, are they seeing
No,
it? Hey, go
no.
on,
And
man.
I mean, you look at the stats, and one thing is, I want to go back to the numbers part that you mentioned, because you brought up an excellent point. How do we even know the numbers are real, right? Elon Musk, Elon Musk, the entrepreneur genius, right? Allegedly, right? And I'm not saying Elon is dumb. He's smart. He's a smart businessman, but he didn't start Tesla. Tesla was started by two other men, and Elon just bought it off of him. That's all he did, right? He did the same thing with SpaceX, right? Or PayPal, excuse me. But one of the things Elon said that I found very interesting, and that's one of the reasons why he's on the thumbnail, because he's trying to usher in this AI, right? Even though he's spoken against it, but he mentioned that when he purchased Twitter, how many celebrities and politicians had fake accounts, right? They had dummy accounts, right? So think about it like this. So Elon basically said that he had the software developers get rid of a lot of these accounts, and celebrities were complaining, talking about, I'm losing all these followers. Why? Because they weren't real accounts. Because let's be real, hold the truth hostage. This is the point that you brought up, and I'm just going in a little deeper.
Go on,
a
brother.
lot of these celebrities, they're buying bot accounts. Let's keep it 100. They buying bots. Like, you think, Alyssa Milano got 3 million followers on Twitter. What has Alyssa Milano done in the last decade? I haven't seen her no TV show. I don't know really. Has she been in any movies? I don't know what Alyssa Milano was doing, but she got 5 million followers, and now she crying on Twitter because she lost her blue check mark. No, a lot of these celebrities buy fake accounts, fake engagement to make it seem like they're popping. You see, all of this, hold the truth hostage. When we talk about social media, it's a facade. And a lot of people buy into this vanity of, this celebrity's popping, that celebrity's popping. They're not really popping like that. Like I said, a lot of it is bots, paid for numbers. And a lot of it is also, like you said, the algorithm favoring the celebrities. Will Smith comes out of nowhere, and he's got 100,000 subs within 2 days. Ooh. And his YouTube videos are, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? Because it's Will Smith, YouTube is going to push his content, right? And so the reality is, to answer your question, and it kind of goes in line with what I said, I don't think YouTube will be as relevant in 5 years as it is today, because of the fact that YouTube wants to play along to get along. because if YouTube wants to have the advertisers' money, you remember the early days of YouTube, 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11?
Wild, wild
It was
west,
like
bro.
the wild, wild west.
Whew,
You
it was
feel me?
beautiful. It was beautiful.
Twitter, yeah, Twitter and YouTube were like the wild, wild west. You could make crazy content. Those days are long gone. The reason why Twitter is so crazy right now is because Elon has rolled back some of that. But I do think that eventually another platform is going to take over and be more relevant than YouTube and whatnot, because YouTube is going to clamp down on the censorship, and that'll be YouTube's downfall. We saw it in the last election, Hold the Truth Hostage, where people were getting censored if they were talking about certain politicians, right? Now, in 2024, well, we also saw it with the C-19 a couple years ago. Remember, they had that disclaimer on those videos if you talked about it? And then I got hit with a false, they said false misinformation in one of my videos when I talked about it. And that's when I realized, yo, these people don't care about the truth. They have an agenda that they want to push. And if you're not, pushing that narrative that they want you to push, then you're going to get censored. And my channel, I do believe, and I've said this for years, has been shadow banned. I mean, like, I get it. YouTubers, you fall off. Like I said, I know I fell off, but
you ain't fall off.
Ain't no way that, I put up a short, it does 1,500 views the first hour, and then afterwards, it doesn't do anything. That doesn't make any sense to me. How does my shorts, and I've tested this, how does my short do 1,500 views the first hour, and then it just stops? And then I started a new channel to test it. It'll do 1,500 views the first hour, 10,000 the next hour. I do 60,000 views over there. Now, it could be because of the subject matter, because I have a secret YouTube channel where I do reality television reaction, right? But the reality is, and I'm gonna cut myself off here.
Oh, go on, brother. Go on, man.
But the reality is that the censorship is going to be heavy, but it's also going to be heavy as well with this whole banking, the CBDC, where they're going to be able to control how much money you spend. And that's going to tie in with the credit score. But I don't want to jump too far ahead. Let's talk about this. You mentioned something at the beginning of the stream where the next 1 to 5 years is going to be rapid change, accelerated change, right? What do you mean by that? Can you give us, outside of the censorship, can you give us some examples of how AI will cause rapid change within the next 1 to 5 years?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, right now, there's AI. There's an AI tool. It's called AutoGPT. What happens is now you can give AI a mission, and it will literally code and try to compute and get the goal done. But the reason I say this is speeding up is that people haven't seen that now AI can clone your voice. We're talking like, scammers. In a few months, you're going to hear scammers where they're going to take your voice and call your family and ask for money and say you're in trouble and so on.
They're already doing that. One lady lost 10 grand because she thought it was her daughter calling her under distress. I made the story. I'm sorry to cut you off, but they're already doing that. Now imagine they're going to make AI voices of celebrities, particularly politicians, saying some crazy stuff. And then people, because a lot of people are, let's keep it real, a lot of people are not that bright. Okay. And I don't say that in being condescending or whatnot, but when you pay attention to what people are watching, a lot of people are watching these weird viral TikToks of girls shaking their bums and just cats and all types of weird stuff, right? Imagine they're gonna put out an AI that their favorite politician says something crazy and he didn't say it. Most people are not going to be able to discern. I just heard a Drake song called Winter's Cold. Have you heard that one?
I heard that.
That song was more fire than any Drake song that I've heard recently. I was like, to myself, hold the truth hostage. I'm like, yo, this is something that Drake would spit. And it's scary because you can't, and even when you were on my stream last time, I played a little snippet of AI, Kanye and AI Drake. Pretty soon, you won't be able to tell the difference between a real artist, if it's really AI Drake or a fake AI. You can still tell a little bit if you can discern, but I think in a year or 2 years for sure, you won't know the damn difference.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, here's the thing, man. You bring that up is that in what's happening is that people are still calculating AI is gonna change in years. No, it's literally years are happening in minutes. And the reason I bring this up is that remember how YouTube and Facebook, their algorithm was based on, okay, let's see what everyone else is watching and feed them more of that. The way the AI works is that it's getting feedback by, imagine, millions of people are typing on ChatGPT right now, teaching it. So you add in that millions and multiply that millions by the minutes and hours of feedback they get. Yo, this stuff is advancing years and literally minutes. And what's happening right now is a lot of people don't even understand. And when I try to bring up what's going to happen is that when what you said, somebody called their mother in distress. AI right now is literally going to change the banking system, physical retail. Because right now, there's even tools where, like, you could literally make a fake video of somebody. Now the banks can't trust you on video. They can't trust your voice. Now physical retail is actually about to thrive like never before because you can't trust anybody online. They literally got bots now that can order food, that can talk to you and act like a real person. So let's say, Solo got his bank account and Solo's trying to log in, and the hacker got Solo's email and everything, and it's trying to hack in. It says, please resend it to me. They got your phone and all that. We're heading back to, and a lot of people don't get it, we're heading back to the 90s where, yo, if you got to do anything, you're going to have to go to the physical spot because I can't trust or know that the digital you is the really you now. They even got AI that can from words can generate videos, could put a background image of you being somewhere you're not. They even made a tool now where it could look like me and Solo talking right now. I could be looking here and they got this AI tool that makes it look like I'm still looking straight at you. What's happening now, we're heading backwards to where, yo, we're going back to the physical age. All these big banks, all how, Solo, more than me since you've done some business here and there and stuff. What have they been saying for the last 20, 30 years? Yo, physical retail is about to die. Yo, Amazon's gonna kill everything. Well, how is Amazon gonna kill everything? My apologies for that word. How is Amazon gonna end everything when, yo, they can't trust you online anymore? You're gonna have to now order everything in person. They're not gonna trust you online anymore. We're heading to that
Well,
age.
if you hold
What's
the
your
truth
thoughts on
hostage, bro, I'm gonna say something, and we
it?
talked about this a little bit off camera,
Mm.
but I think the online, I think physical retail will be popular or revitalized, but I think to combat what you're mentioning, that's where they're going to introduce microchips embedded in you. And when we get that route, that is the route that scares me. I'm talking about you got a microchip that's going to be coded just specifically for you, right? And whatnot. Now, Elon Musk is trying to do Neuralink, where basically you got a freaking microchip in your freaking brain, where you then will be able to connect to retailers like that. You'll have your own digital footprint that can't be copied or manipulated. But what happens now when criminals, instead of coming to your house to rob you, now they're going to be chopping your head off, so that way they can access you. You laughing, brother, but
no, man, yo, you know what you
but
remind
this is
me
this is going to be a reality where people, because the black market, we know that there's a black market, a black internet, right? That remember Silk Road and all of that back in the 2013s and whatnot, 2011 and all that. But there's going to be a black market where people are going to get they want to get people's microchips, and people are going to get their heads chopped off, so that way they can then manipulate that microchip and then utilize it to do frauds, right? And I think that the reality is that what scares me is when the C-19 situation happened, a lot of people quickly complied and got the jab. Now they're telling you they're going to paint this microchip and they're going to put it to you in a way that is going to make it convenient. It's going to make your life easy. They're going to make it seem like, oh, if you have a thought of pizza, you can just think about it order your favorite pizza by doing it. You'll be able to be smarter than ever. They're going to paint it to you like your intelligence will be beyond anything because you have this chip in you, right? But what people don't realize is that chip, you're not in control of it. Somebody else is in control of it, and they can manipulate how you feel, your emotions. They could even put in phantom thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And more importantly, hold the truth hostage. Now that you got a chip in your brain or your wrist or your forehead, they can see everything that you're doing in real time. So, I mean, they can already do that with your cell phones, technically, right? They know your location with GPS, and they can hear in, right? We know that when Snowden exposed that. But now imagine, hold the truth hostage, you got a chip in your brain, and whatever you're seeing, smelling, hearing, they can see it too in real time. People are going to give up their privacy for comfortability, and unfortunately, that is where humanity is going to end up losing itself.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you bring up the chip. A lot of people, man. I remember when they announced like early 2000, you could now chip your cat, you could chip your dog. Now everybody's head was like, oh, I could chip my cat, I could find him if he's lost. The first thing that popped in my head, oh, they could chip us, man. But the thing is, you bring up Neuralink. I think Neuralink, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, share your opinion. I think Neuralink is a distraction because you putting something in somebody's brain where they could sue you. Like imagine Solo, you out in the bar and someone slap you hard enough and your Neuralink get damaged. Now you could sue Elon Musk, who's already getting sued for Tesla driving a car. I think Neuralink is a distraction so you could look at the phone in a better light. Like, Solo, you will be like, well, man, hold the truth hostage. You want that Neuralink, man. I don't want it to have that much control. I'd rather have my phone that has my GPS location, where I'm at, who I talk to. And I'm gonna say something, man. Some people think this is a joke, but this is real life. That if someone was to attack me right now, you want to know my first thought that'll pop up, and I think it's the majority of people's first thought. It will be, do whatever you gotta do to me, just don't hurt my phone. Just please, man, don't hurt my phone. I got all my contacts in there. I got messages out that's important to me. This is where people are. I think the Neuralink thing is a distraction because we in America where Solo, you remember when that dude sued Subway because the sub wasn't a foot long? You tell me no one's gonna sue Elon for Neuralink? I think Neuralink is literally an advertised distraction so you could feel more comfortable to buy your cell phones, your laptops, all that other technology that's already tracked.
I know this, hold the truth hostage, and I know you've heard of this at least. There are already rich people, right? And I don't know who, but rich people that already have microchips in their children, so that way they can track. Because, rich people are targeted to get kidnapped. So their children, so in case their children get kidnapped, they know at all times where their children are. Rich people themselves, not all of them, but they have a chip too where they can track where they're at and things like that, right? And what scares me is that the invasion of privacy with AI is basically, privacy is going to be a thing that is going to be a thing of the past. Because human nature, what happened with social media? Facebook said, hey, we're going to infringe on some of your privacy. Well, you know what happened, hold this truth hostage? We didn't realize until all these whistleblowers came out, well, some of us did, that Facebook was basically paying attention to everything that you were doing. You ain't have no privacy on Facebook. Now, what happens if you implant an AI chip in you? Your privacy is going to be completely gone. Now, they're going to sell it to you in a form of safety and comfort, right? And the reality is that, and this is going to sound crazy, hold the truth hostage, but it's going to come to a point where, and I don't know if it'll happen 5 years from now, 10 years, 20 years, or 50 years, where if you don't have an AI chip or a chip in you, you're going to be considered weird because other humans, everybody's going to embrace it, that if you don't have a chip in you, is going to look at it as weird. It's kind of like going to be like somebody who, you go to a bar, but you don't drink alcohol, or you don't, partake in those, and they're going to be like, yo, you got to drink though. It's going to be that peer pressure, because now imagine, instead of eventually, hold the truth hostage, and I know I'm being long-winded, but you on your laptop, you ain't gonna need your laptop. It's gonna be like you know how they have the thing where it looks like they're typing on air. I forgot what it's called, but they're typing on air, but you can kind of see it. It looks like an outline. It's gonna be like that. You're gonna be typing like where it looks like the keyboard is gonna be in front of you, and you're gonna be just hitting that, and then you're gonna be punching buttons, right? It's gonna be like that, and a lot of people are gonna take that, and people that want to live how we're living now, where it's gonna be more of a, they're gonna call it outdated or old fashioned, right? They're gonna look at us as like we're weird, and the reality is, you gotta ask yourself when you and I don't want to get too far off. I think that there are going to be positives with AI. I was telling you, like, ChatGPT has allowed me to consolidate my PowerPoint work more effectively and efficiently, especially when it comes to my spelling mistakes and grammar, right? Because my grammar trash. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? But I think there will be some positives. So before we get deeper into the negatives, and then also into the future, also I want to talk about how it'll affect other things, and we'll get to that. I know brothers already talking about dating in the chat. I see it. What, in your opinion, are some of the positives that are gonna come with AI?
Oh man, yo, you brought it up. This is good. This is the part that's gonna shock me. One thing AI is doing, and Elon Musk, all the rich people don't want you to understand this. AI has done something that we've never been able to do. And now it isn't translating languages, it's now translating intelligence. Like, I look at a guy like Elon Musk, I don't think he's that smart. I think, yeah, he do mechanical things, but the biggest thing AI is doing right now is it can now translate something written with some high vocabulary into something you can understand. And what the elite and what Elon and why they're saying it's so evil is they don't want you to understand the true power of AI is that now it can translate education. That means, like me, I went to college and all that, but I'm not a Harvard grad. There's some words I don't understand. But now if Elon talks, the economical, atomical, electric energy, I could literally tell the AI translate this to the point where 5-year-old or dude eighth grader can understand it. So now what's happening that AI is doing that's so great is that now you can actually understand intelligence no matter your level of education. As long as you can speak common basic English, you can now have it translated. And what Elon and all these guys are scared of, what they're really scared of, and they signed a paper that said we need to slow down this AI, because they're scared that now when Elon talks, you know how rich people and smart people try to talk in code where we the normal people wouldn't understand. Now you could have AI translate it and you're like, oh, that's what you meant, Elon. I get what you're saying. And you're not that smart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Elon Musk right now is trying to push this narrative that the AI is evil. I'm going to tell you what AI is going to do. And Solo, you know this because you did some crypto courses. You did all them things, is that you want to know the biggest scam that's been going on since software was invented. The scam is the learning curve. One of the greatest things AI is doing now is, like, if Solo, let's say you go to like Photoshop, you no longer need to know how it works. The AI will do it and tell you how it works. Like think about it. You buy a piece of bread that was cooked by a Jamaican. You still gonna eat it. You know what it is. You buy a piece of bread by an Indian, it's a piece of bread. But you buy a Photoshop, you buy a writing tool, writing software, there's no guarantee that you'll understand it and you'll pass the learning curve. The biggest thing AI is doing is that kids growing up will be like, yo, Solo, hold the truth hostage. Y'all had to learn?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous because everybody's IQ is going to be like 150 or 200. You know what I mean? But the crazy part is, now I don't know about this hold the truth hostage. No. Let's say you're already smart. Do you think that the AI then is going to enhance it, or is everybody's IQ going to be in a baseline? So let's say your IQ is already 150. will it make your IQ 300 then, or everybody's gonna have the same IQ level?
Oh, well, it'll make your IQ extremely high because now, remember, Solo, me and you grew up. I still remember having to go to the library and being scared that I forgot to bring the book back, or I didn't have enough money.
Oh, those days are already down, fam. Nobody, especially with Negroes, these Negroes ain't going to the library, but they can tell you the top 5 hottest Instagram girls twerking, but they can't name 10 books. It's kind of, remember that little kid that went viral when he was talking to them OnlyFans chicks and he told them name 10 books and she mentioned Twilight and Harry Potter. It's like, okay, tell me something else besides trash, like real book, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be like that. And also, not to deviate from the positive, but also adult flicks addiction is going to be at an all-time high because now you got that chip. Now that thing is going to be in 8K, not 4K. Hold the truth hostage. I'm talking 8K. We're talking about a whole different level. It's going to be a lot of dudes that'll never leave their bedroom. They got a girlfriend in their bedroom, and it's all because of that chip. It's diabolical, bro. But I do think that you're right. I think I do have a rebuttal to what you're saying about the elites being afraid that the average person will finally understand what they're doing. I think they're afraid because it'll basically kill most of their businesses. Let's be real. Because if you have the evolution of AI as rapid as it is now, right, you're not going to have any consumers because everybody's going to be out of a job. So how are you going to have consumers then?
Well, that to me, you're still one of the scams they also run it is saying, yo, it could replace consumption. No, man, you're about to get even more consumers because now the AI, remember the AI is still powered by a server. It's not running on thin air. So now people are going to be addicted. Like imagine you open Instagram now and it knows exactly what you want and it's making you a fake image of an Instagram thought. Let's say Solo, like you went to big ass and a thin waist. Now Instagram can literally generate a fake woman that all she does is shake her ass and talk crazy and just do the craziest things because people don't even know that AI can generate images of fake people that don't exist. You're going to have even more consumers because now as a consumer, think about it. Like I go on a certain tool, like you go to Netflix and you like, yo, man, they're running out of movies, man. What am I going to watch? Now with AI, it's coming to the point where they're going to be able to generate movies. How you going to leave Netflix when now it can literally make a movie that you want to see? Like, let's just say, there's a lot of brothers that want the sequel to Friday. Yo, pretty soon you're going to be like, yo, AI, give me that sequel to Friday, man. Bring Smokey back.
Hey, hold the truth hostage. I'm going to raise it one further. With the AI capabilities, because you already peeped the deep fakes, right? You're going to be making your own movies. You're going to have people that you've never heard of, because this is what's happening with this whole AI with the Drake and stuff. Random, that one AI when he made the Drake and Weekend song, he was getting 100,000 views a day, and then until Universal put that copyright on it. So in other words, you're going to have people that are like virtually nobodies that are going to blow up because they're going to make their own AI movies because the technology is going to be so crazy where you could be your own movie studio. You could have your own plot, your own scenery. And I don't know how far out we are with that. I mean, I think that might be maybe, 30 years from now. But I mean, it's going to be like 2077 cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah. Not to interrupt you, brother. That's literally a year and a half away. They got the tools already.
You think we're a year and a half away?
Yeah,
okay, brother, I don't know if you've heard of.
I've seen it, brother. I've seen the tool.
Well, you can make your own. Okay, so I see what you're saying, but I'm talking about you making your own movie with the damn chip in your head, and you thinking of the scene and doing it like that. But I see what you're saying, that you can make your own movie now with AI because they're already making their own songs. So you're right. You're right. Yeah. I think it's maybe about 2 years away, just to be safe. But you're right. They got AI deepfakes now, where it's just crazy how rapidly the technology is moving, and also how people are getting better at utilizing the technology already. And the ones that are going to make the most money right away, I hate to say it, but I got to be real, is going to be the early innovators, the people that know how to utilize it, and also scammers. Scamming is going to be the number one business in the future. Like it's already, I mean, in crypto, scammers already coming up, but I'm talking about overall. I mean, people are going to get scammed out the wazoo. And I don't know, they'll probably have safeguards in place in the future, but the scamming is going to be outrageous because, as Penelope is mentioning, universal basic income, right? That's where everybody gets income on a basic level. I do see that, but who wants to live off $1,200 or $1,500 a month? And nah. And also, hold the truth hostage. Have you seen the movie? And I know I'm bouncing a bit. Ready Player One. Have you seen that movie?
I heard about that movie, but my thing with that movie, and before I reply to that, is that my thing with that movie is that VR died, man. MySpace killed VR. Like Ready Player One was written in 1984 before there was social media. You telling me, let me ask you something, Solo. You telling me that an Instagram thought would want to go home with a big $5,000 computer with a $300 VR set just to be a 3D model that anybody could be, when instead she could just be on her phone, showcase her body, and make her money? Like, how is an Instagram model or even some fitness trainer, how you gonna make money just being a 3D character model, man? And then how
I think that with the VR, the technology is gonna improve drastically. I mean, it's also going to be more condensed. It's not going to be like this bulky Oculus that is going to be bulky. It's going to be basically a lot more user-friendly and also more convenient. But before you rebut that, let me read the super chat real quick. Appreciate you, Six Sounds, for contributing, brother. This is one of them streams, man, because we're talking about this trendsetter stuff. This is what I'm talking about progressive things where we're not talking about stuff that people are still talking about from yesterday. We're talking about what's happening tomorrow. That's what we're talking about. He says Netcom is preserve your brain and upload it. Its chemical solution can keep a body intact for hundreds or even thousands of years. Oh man! Now this is where we get into some altered carbon type ish. I don't know if you ever seen that.
I saw that show. Yeah, where they put
hold the truth hostage, and I know that we're gonna take it there. It's inevitable. But before we take it there, let me write this down. I want you to finish up talking about the positives of AI, because I don't want everybody to think it's all negative, but there are some positives. But I'm going to keep it real with you right now. I think there are more negatives than positives. That, in my opinion, because the people are going to be so addicted to it that it's going to be ridiculous. But also, I think, like you mentioned, the human intelligence is going to be through the roof. It's going to be like Atlantis, supposedly. I do believe there was an Atlantis, but it's going to be like how Atlantis was, like a high technological society, right? Where you have a lot of smart beings. But what happened to Atlantis? Disappeared, right? But I do think that the average intelligence is going to go up, and you're going to see massive innovation in that unlike ever you've seen before in human history, right? But what do you think are some more of the positives? You mentioned that it's going to increase intelligence and all of that. But what else do you see?
Well, the other positive is, think about someone who lost their voice. Like, think about, let's say you got in an accident and you lost your voice. Now the AI can clone your old voice. You know how them people be talking with that throat machine? You know what I'm saying?
I've talked to people like that. That's.
And now you're going to have an AI which saved your voice, and when you talk with that machine, you still have your voice. And the other thing, and Solo brought this up, is that now, Michael Jackson, let's name a couple that died. Michael Jackson died. Luther Vandross died, right? You know what I'm saying? All these former, artists died. Now, if you own their estate, Solo, we grew up in the 90s. We know how they used to just hustle another Pac album that they just remixed the same tracks. Now, if you own estates, the new hustle's gonna be like, let's say I own Luther Vandross or Michael Jackson's estate. Solo comes to me and it's like, I want to license Michael Jackson's voice so I can make some new records. And Solo's a well-known producer and all that. I own Michael Jackson's estate. Now Solo can make new records and increase my revenue, and I make even more money. Like, think about the Drake thing. There was an artist named Grimes, I think that's Elon's ex-baby mama. She said, you could use my voice, make a new record, And if it's hot, we split it 50-50. What AI is going to do is it's going to open a lot of avenues for people that have died. And even let's say you got a lost cousin that died, you still got videos of him, and his son is growing up and his son hasn't seen his father or nothing like that. Now with an AI, and these tools are really available right now, you could do a full body deep fake where you make his father talk and it sounds just like him, and he's saying something encouraging to him, and his father been dead for over 5 years. So the AI, the positive, and Solo, notice this, man. You notice what you just said. How come we've been trained that when we, the majority, get access to technology, it's going to be negative, it's going to be more dangerous, but when the minority, which is the elite or the higher class, have it, we feel safe? How come we feel so safe when it's in their hands? When Microsoft had access to telling us our software, Bill Gates and all of them, but once me, Solo, your boy on the block has access to this tool, now we worried and we scared. They've trained us that it's wrong that the majority get access to the tools versus the minority, your Elons and all that stuff. Elon, who wants to put a tool in your brain, when we both know, Solo, we've seen that things don't even last like they used to. Like, yo, you buy a pot today, that pot's gonna break. But me and you, if we bought a pot back in the 90s to cook, that joint might be.
Hold the truth, not to cut you off, but the first people that take that Neuralink, a lot of them might have aneurysms or some random weird way. You know what I mean? Listen, bro, I'm not planning on taking it, but the first people that take that first generation, you're going to hear some weird stuff, man, happening with them, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Psychosis or some shit like that.
I mean, you see all them people getting better help and all that. Yo, the hustle now, man, the hustle is for the human mind, man. They've already won. Most people growing up in a broken home, you know what I'm saying? Their minds ain't ready yet. Their mind ain't
you know what? Hold the truth hostage. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go on,
I heard something that really frightened me. I got to keep it real with you. Mm-hmm. They said that they have a way where an AI chip will be able to read your thoughts and also alter your thoughts and moods. Imagine, and once again, this is where it goes back to what I was saying earlier. You have no privacy. Let's say you are in your bedroom with your wife, right? And you're about to make love to your wife. They can see everything. I mean, even in the Black Mirror episode, I think there was one episode where they had this eye thing where you could rewind it, where you could record all your memories, and people were having sex, right? But instead of enjoying the moment, they would watch the replay because it just wasn't hitting the same like it used to when they first. I mean, it's insane. And so what I'm saying is, hold the truth hostage, the dopamine rush will be on another level. It'll be like heroin. It'll be like crack. You know what I mean? But to go back to what you were saying, and I'm gonna let you speak. I know you.
Go on, brother. Go on. Yeah.
You just brought up an excellent thing that whenever the elites roll out a technology, they try to frighten us, right? I got to be honest with you, though. With AI, you have they're talking about it being self-aware. It being I was, like I said, I've been researching this for months, right? That's when people ask me what I've been doing because they didn't see me on YouTube in nearly a year. Listen, hold the truth hostage. The AI rabbit hole goes deep, my brother. It'll take you to some places where you're like, yo, how the hell did I end up here? You know what I mean? But they're talking about, like, for gaming, for example, right? How gaming will be so realistic because of AI, where the human brain won't be able to differentiate between what is real and what is gaming. You know what I'm saying? So imagine your brain can't tell the difference because it's kind of like, hold the truth hostage. You ever had a dream and you thought it was real just to wake up and you were like, damn, that was a dream. I thought that shit was real.
Oh, yeah.
No? So just to answer real quick, I think the elites, the reason why they paint a lot of these fear scenarios is because it's like you said, they realize that technology will move things forward and make things more equal on a, you know what I'm saying, on a level where they can't manipulate us anymore. So that's why they got to squeeze every coin that they can out of us, make all the money that they can out of us before they roll it out. Because once they roll it out, it's gonna be different. But then I think that, and I'm gonna let you talk because we can listen, bro. I can go in. Like I said, I've been studying this for months, bro.
Oh,
But yeah,
yeah.
go ahead, bro.
Oh,
You
yeah.
brought up an excellent point. I hope you didn't lose your train of thought.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, they've trained us to be afraid. Like, one thing you gotta notice is that, we went to school, man. Let's be real, man. We didn't need to go to school until 12th grade, man. We were good. Like, me and you should have graduated school, stopped going to school after 8th or 9th grade. We should have been done with it. The biggest thing they're afraid of is that now you don't need to buy a library book. You could just sit down with Chat GPT and literally learn all you need to learn, and it could just keep feeding you more knowledge. Your knowledge now is no longer held back, man. The people are about to be smarter than ever before. And Elon and all of them, the rabbit hole you were talking about is they aren't aware that they just opened the biggest rabbit hole, and that rabbit hole is knowledge that we no longer are can be abused by someone talking smarter than us. If you bring the smartest person, they can use the biggest
Hey,
high
hold the
road.
truth hostage. Can you imagine Negroes in the hood are going to be having physics lessons and stuff with like a big old whiteboard breaking down Einstein's E=mc² squared theory and all? You're going to see some stuff like, bro, I'm telling you, when cats like you and I get older, you're going to be like, damn, these hood Negroes are smart. Like, he talking like they're going to be like on some genius level stuff where most people used to be dumb. Now, but then there's a caveat, right? I don't think they're going to make it I think they will make it affordable, but I think initially they're going to make it expensive to get in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing, brother. It's free now. There's Bing search where it literally, somebody said, I want you to explain Einstein's theory of relativity, whatever, in Snoop Dogg's voice. And it spoke like it was saying, you know what happened, cuz when electricity collide, it translated it into some gang terminology, man. The level of this technology right now, and they're terrified, is that we're now, and Solo said, son, that was crazy, is we've been taught, like they say me and you are dumb, whatever. No, we not dumb. It's that the information won't adjust to me and you to serve us. Now the AI can adjust to serve me and you. Like me and you, I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to these super smart colleges. But now if a Harvard person talks and he talking super smart, I just tell the AI, translate this, man. Translate.
I mean, is there even a point of going to Harvard if you already got all the knowledge in the universe implanted in you or at your fingertips? Is there even a point of going to college? Because it will kill the educational system too, to a point. But then hold up, time out, because I just thought about something. With this rapid new technology, it's going to bring in a new job or economy, right? That we haven't even thought of. You know what I'm saying? But I think one of the positives, another positive, I think, because I know we've mixed some negatives in there, but I think a positive too is that you're going to see, a lot of human efficiency is going to improve tremendously. You know what I'm saying? In terms of work efficiency, in terms of workflow and things that you can get done, right? Now you can have your own personal Jarvis pick up the groceries for you, or you can tell the AI, hey, order my favorite groceries. You can have your own grocery list, like a playlist, right? It'll order the groceries for you. Then guess what? Hold the truth hostage. A drone is going to fly it over. Yes, a drone. You'll have it within 15 to 30 minutes. Amazon is going to be on the drone, right? I mean, it's going to be some freaky stuff, right? Now let's talk about some negatives, and then we're going to get to the dating, because that's what the brothers wanted. That's what half of these brothers came here for. What are the negatives? Because we know we've all watched what's that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, you talking about that joint? I know what you're talking. I always forget the name of that thing.
I forgot the name. Terminator. Yes, Terminator. Everybody thinks Skynet. That's what AI is about, right? That's the scenario. Or Will Smith's iRobot. We've all seen those movies in the 90s and early 2000s, right? Now, we all know the doomsday scenario. We can get into that. But what do you think are, besides the elites obviously being afraid of the general public, and I don't think that's a negative. I think it's a positive because we take power away from them. But what do you think are the negatives with AI and whatnot?
Well, the negative that's gonna be, and this is the scariest part, the negative is gonna be you trust the AI absolute. You don't think it will say anything agenda or nothing. Like they had Chat GPT, somebody requested say something bad about Biden, and they said, no, I can't say nothing bad about Biden. And they said somebody asked, say something bad about Trump, and they wrote a whole essay on him, man. What's gonna happen, the most dangerous thing about AI, it ain't gonna be this Terminator stuff. It's gonna be, yo, just read whatever the AI said, translate, and you accept it. You don't question anything the AI says. It's gonna be the ultimate form of control. Is that it's gonna be, yo, Solo, man, I just sent you an email, and you're gonna be, yo, Hold the Truth emailed me, yo, what's good, man? And then the AI translates it to you because maybe I wrote it long, and you're like, yo, I'm busy, I got things to do, and you just accepted what it translated it. You know what I'm saying? That's the scariest thing. The scariest thing is gonna be you just gonna trust the AI without any questions or doubts at
It,
all because it's so
it's
convenient.
gonna make people lazier than they already are. You know
Oh,
what I'm
dog,
saying?
it's gonna make them zombies, man. It's gonna be scary when I'm talking to you and somebody's like, "Yo, Chat GPT, man, should I agree with him or should I disagree?" Oh yeah, you should disagree with him. What he just said, it didn't make no sense. Yo, it's gonna be complete mind control. You think people are zombies and crazy right now? Wait until they have to ask the AI for approval to believe anything. You know what I'm saying? Wait until they ask the AI for everything. That's gonna be scary. That Terminator stuff. Let's be real with iRobot. We saw the movie. You're telling me you're gonna build a robot strong enough to punch a wall? You know what I'm saying? They've been lawsuits. One of my homies told me, Solo, when I was about to say the Subway thing. A dude came into Subway. The Subway don't say foot long no more. He went to Subway and he measured the bread and sued them. And another dude, listen to this, my boy told me this. He sued a gum factory for not including warning, do not chew your gum while climbing a tree. He climbed the tree, chewed the gum, fell, and he sued the gum company and made money. America's one of the countries with the most amount of lawyers. That iRobot thing, they're not going to build robots. Like you brought up the drone thing. They shut the drone thing down because drones could fall on your rooftop, your house. It could have circuit issues. It would cost them too much in lawsuits. You know what I mean? It ain't the iRobot that's coming. What's coming is, bro, it's when people trust it without any questions. It's gonna be crazy, man.
Hey, yo, I'm sorry, but Penelope's just said for something funny. Think for yourself. Why think when AI can do that for you?
Damn right.
yo,
Yo, that's
if you think about it, that is crazy.
mm,
That is wild, man.
uh,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just
oh,
wanted to
go
read
on,
that
bro.
comment
Yo.
because it was funny.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna be, to me.
Um,
It's, well, go on, bro.
I just think that I disagree with you. I think that they're gonna have robots that they're gonna use for certain things like certain manual labor jobs, like Amazon. Amazon already has a robot warehouse to go. They had it to go back in 2018, 19. But the
Mm,
government stepped in. A lot of people don't know. The government stepped in and told them to chill because, the economy, we're not ready for this right now. So Amazon said, all right, but it's going to be to a point where you already see New York, right? Your town.
uh,
They're implementing this robot dog and this little robot, little fat cone thing to go through the streets this summer, beginning this summer.
mhm.
No, and I saw it in ATL, and that blew my mind. But basically, what it does is it goes around the malls in ATL. In New York, they're going to have it on the streets.
Well,
So
yeah.
people, you say it's moving rapidly. People don't realize how fast it is. You're gonna think like, oh, this AI can't catch me. One of the AI robots that they got is built like a dog, and they
Mm,
said it can run up to 40 miles per hour.
uh,
Now, the average human can't run like that. It's wild. So you're gonna try to run. Now you're not running from a fat cop that likes to eat donuts. You're running from an AI robot that can run 40 miles per hour like an animal.
Yo,
You
but Solo, is it a Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme? Which
Oh
you know,
man, Dunkin' Donuts, you already know, man. It's got more calories. Facts. But yeah, Cooler J knows what I'm talking about. He says they already started rolling out RoboCop dogs in New York. Yeah, You're gonna see that this summer, Hold the Truth Hostage. You're gonna be making a live stream, and a robot dog is gonna come up to you and say, "Sir, what you're doing is illegal. Please put your phone down while you're walking through traffic." And you're gonna be like, "What the?" I'm telling you, brother. I mean, you can, like I said, let me see if I can pull up this article. They showed it out. It's this summer. Hold the Truth Hostage. It's not next summer. It's not 2025. It's this summer. And I know you mentioned this at the beginning. This goes back to what you said, that the next year is going to blow people's minds. The next 5 years, the society is going to completely change to what it is today. So Hold the Truth Hostage. Real quick on this. What are your thoughts now that you're going to be walking in New York and you're going to see RoboCop dogs and RoboCops, just this little pine cone? They're going to be on every other block or every block.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, my thing is, man, with the way New York is, man, New York has made a law where if the homeless are going crazy or drugged out, the cop, before arresting them, has to ask him, "Hey, do you want me to arrest you?" Yo, I ain't gonna be worried about the robotic dog. I'm worried about that homeless dude who's coked out and drugged out, and it's perfectly normal. And to me, with the cop dog thing, it's only a matter of time before somebody sues one of them robots, it malfunctions and it runs over a kid or something like that. Because I've been using AI. One of the biggest scams they've been setting up is they act like it's so smart, but yo, it can't even remember a certain amount of words, and it can only remember what one person's saying to it. Like me and you, we're humans. Like Solo, you put us in a block, we talking, and we hear two dudes a couple blocks away saying something stupid, and we just stop like, "Man, what these motherfuckers talking about?" And then we go back to talking. The AI can't do that, man. It can only focus on one person at a time.
It can't do it yet, but it will. It
yeah.
will. It will. It'll be able to differentiate different communication. Matter of fact, the AI is going to be so smart that it'll be able to pick up conversations within a mile radius and decipher it. It sounds crazy, but you know how Superman has that ability to hear? Like when he's traveling, like, you know, when he travels outside the world, and then he's got the ability to hear certain neighborhoods. Bro, it's scary, but it's just going to be like that. I don't think the technology will be like that, but I'm talking about within like maybe a 500 feet radius or 100 feet radius to start with. Then they'll move to like a mile radius. But I'm going to let you talk about that real quick because I got to open the door. I got an Uber driver here. So give me 2 minutes, brother. But go ahead and if you want to talk on that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, one thing with the AI tech, you know, it's getting so smart that a lot of people don't even understand the biggest thing that's going to happen. And here's the real scary part, what most people don't want to focus on. The scary part is going to be you can no longer, and it's coming, you will no longer be able to trust a phone call that's from your mom. You won't be able to trust a phone call from family members. You won't be able to trust a video chat from your family members. We're heading now, guys like us from the 90s, you know, I grew up in the 90s, so I'm aware of, when you go see your family and you don't see them over the phone, you go meet them in person. What AI is going to do, these scammers, the scam that's going to be running is that you can no longer trust people that call you on your phone. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be extremely scary when someone calls you, sounds exactly like your cousin, and the phone number's different. And he's like, "Yo, man, my phone died and I'm just using one of my boys' phones. Can you cash app me some money?" And you're going to be like, "Well, yo, that ain't your cash app." And he's going to be, "Well, man, you know, my phone dead, so I can't receive the money on my cash app. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't give this stranger my cash app, so just send it." What's gonna be terrifying, really, is now what we took for granted is going on your phone, you know, video chatting with your family members and so on. That's now gone. You will no longer
hey,
be
I'm
able
gonna put
to
it like
trust.
I'm
Go
sorry,
on, brother.
I'm
Go
back.
on, go on, brother.
But I think that you're gonna have passwords and safe words with your family that you might have to change damn near every week or every day. It's kind of like your email address, right? Because if you don't have those guards in place, you might think to yourself, "Yo, I'm talking to a president of a company about to do this $1 million deal," and then you send a check to the wrong person, the scammers. They're already doing it where scammers have a system where they make fake email invoices that look professional, right? And some companies, they don't pay attention because they pay so many bills that now instead of paying a fake invoice via email, now you think you're talking to a CEO of a company, and it ain't got to be like a Fortune 500 company. It could just be like a small mom and pop company, and they'll fall for it. But I think a lot of people, when I talk about this AI stuff, right? I don't think a lot of people realize how fast it's coming. Now, I know everybody wants to talk about, some guy mentioned, well, women are going to have to worry about the sex robots. No, you men are going to have to worry about these robots that got that 10-inch bunker buster and they don't get tired. You feel me? Like, how do you hold the truth hostage? I know you know your audience cares about this too, but how do you think AI will affect dating? Now, I talked about it from an algorithmic standpoint, but in the past, but I'm gonna let you address what you think how AI and robots will influence or change the dating market.
Well, the dating market now is going to completely change because what's happening now is that with AI, it'll be able to translate the language you're speaking in real time. So you'll be able, you know how brothers had to, I got to learn Spanish, I got to learn this, I got to learn that. No, now you no longer have to learn, because what's going to happen is with AI, you'll be able to talk. And even if you're stuttering, like let's say you got a stuttering problem, now it can correct how you talk live. And what's going to happen is it's going to open a lot of avenues for both men and women. Now, maybe more for the women in the West. When it comes to cheating on your man, it's going to be a lot easier now because you no longer have to worry about that language barrier. You no longer have to worry about anything. What's going to happen is we're going to become synchronized, kind of like, you know how they say that universal USB? It's going to be kind of like that, where everyone can relate to one another. Just imagine, Solo, you go, you traveled, so you've been on neighborhoods where you're like, yo, I don't speak their language. I can't go talk to that honey. I can't say this or that. Now you can. And what's gonna happen?
Man, Passport Bros is gonna have a ball. Those Passport Bros ain't never coming back. They're gonna be Passport Bros. They're gonna stay in Brazil. Now they're gonna be like, yo, brother, just get that AI chip implanted and you can have your own. Oh man, it's gonna be a fool. I'm sorry, guys. I had to play that for the Passport Bros since y'all like that stuff. I mean, me personally, I don't mind, but I'm just saying, I'll take a thick Jamaican broad, or Caribbean broad. You know what I'm saying?
My brother.
One thing I do think will happen is that I already said the corn, right? Addiction is going to be through the roof. Because
go on, brother. Go on that.
It's going to be through the roof to the point where you have some, I got to keep it real, some of these incels, they ain't never, ever going to leave their bedroom now. I mean, you can already order food and everything, but now the corn addiction, now you're going to see stuff, not just in HD or 4K, but like I told you, the truth hostage, they're already working on 12K, brother. Did you know that? 12K. Yes. They're working on 12K, but it's going to be an 8K within the next 2 years. And then I see 12K happening within 5 or 7. There's going to be a lot of corn addiction, but let me ask you this. What do you think of the fact that now ChatGPT, I tested it just to see what, because I don't use dating apps no more, but I used it to like spicing up my Tinder profile and all that like that. Can you imagine now you got dudes that are sitting in front of a girl and now because let's say he might be socially awkward or he ain't got no riz, as young niggas like to say. Now the AI is feeding him lines to say, so that way he can mac the girl into the bedroom. I mean, I know it sounds insane, but there's some dudes they can't talk to a woman if she would be the last one on earth. Now imagine you got the AI looking at her body language, analyzing it, right? You know those Google glasses that I think they banned them, right? But now you might have the AI through the glasses, and they'll pay attention to her body language. It can see what her heart rate is. It can see if she's sweating or not. It can see her body language if she is feeling what he's saying. And then in real time, it'll give the dude game to run on the chick. What do you think of that?
Well, you want to know what's crazy, Solo?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody did that 2-3 weeks ago. They made this lens, this glasses, where while the woman's talking to him, the AI is literally translating to him and telling him the next line to say. They're already working on it. That's already out. That's already in the works.
Oh man.
No, you would look it up. And you know what I mean? They got it where it's translating, talking to a woman, he's socially awkward, and it's telling him. And now let me bring up son, because I almost forgot. You know what you said about that corn addiction?
Mm-hmm.
What this is, AI is going to put a lot of OnlyFans women out of business because now they got AI that could generate video. Now imagine a guy with access to an AI that could generate corn video for him all day that will do anything he wants. You know what I'm saying? These CG, these real looking women that are AI generated that will just do anything he orders. Like, I don't know if you remember, some chick on OnlyFans said she quit because the men were just the demand was too high. And some of the stuff they were asking her to do, it like broke her mind. But an AI woman on a video that's made of a fake person, it'll do it. Like that AI won't mind, go I want you to go finger a chick all the way up on a mountain. That
Yo,
AI is
chill.
gonna
Chill, brother. You going into detail, like chill, bro. Chill.
Oh, my bad, man. My
You
bad.
good.
My
You go ahead,
apologies.
bro.
Yeah, man, it's about to get crazy. People don't get it that in the next year, you know what I'm saying? OnlyFans, them chicks that's bragging about their OnlyFans, it's over. Go on, brother.
I think also traditional dating is gonna die, but it's not gonna be because of AI. I think that's gonna be because of hyperinflation, right? I do think hyperinflation is gonna go through the roof. Where if you can get by, if you go on a coffee date, it's maybe $10-15 because coffee ain't cheap no more. A regular date is maybe 50 to 100. Now those numbers are triple that. An average date is gonna cost you 300 because hold the truth hostage. Everybody's moving to the bricks, right? And I'm not trying to deviate from the topic, but I think that they're going to be outside forces that are going to change the dating game. And I think that going on dates and meeting women within 10 years is going to be a luxury. So women I think are going to be even further selective because of the inflation, and we're going to be dealing with a food shortage. They're already saying that there's still drought. There was a drought that happened last year. They're expecting it this year. So dating is going to be, in essence, a luxury. Women are only going to be dating ballers or men that they really like. And the other guys, it's going to be the guys that get girls, period, and the guys that don't. We used to have players and guys that get a lot of women. Then we had married guys, right? That was guys in the middle. Then that was back, in the past. For the most part, hopefully it'll come back, and I'll give you guys a reason why. But I want to hold the truth hostage speak first. Let me wrap this up real quick. And then you have guys that are the have-nots. Now, what's happening, obviously, in the society is men that used to get married. We know those numbers are going down as of right now, right?
Major.
Now, what will happen when you have AI now? And then also, now, obviously, hold the truth hostage. Let me make this disclaimer. Guys, we're not futurists, although we are visionaries. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know if what we're saying is going to happen today, tomorrow, next year, or 100 years from now. Me and him, we're just having a bomb-ass conversation. You know what I mean? But hold the truth hostage. How do you I'm bringing that in. How do you think that economic forces, and I know that this is highly speculative, so there's no right or wrong answer. That's basically what I'm saying. But do you think that economic situations are going to make meeting women harder for men, or AI is going to negate that? Or what do you think?
Well, one thing we got to understand, and I said this over 2 years ago, is that dating has become commercial. As in, you can't date. Like, remember back in the 90s, Solo, if a chick was at the park, you hollered at her or you whistled at a chick crossing the street. It was normal.
Hey, I remember back in the day, we used to holler at chicks at the mall. Now it's illegal in some places to do that. You can't. I remember that's how I earned my stripes. You hollering at chicks at the mall. These young cats, they don't even know what hollering at women in person is. They just do swiping. I talk to kids. Yeah, I never approached a woman. You have a dating coach right now. The last woman he approached was his girlfriend in high school. I'm serious. And he's one of the most popular dating coaches on YouTube. But the last woman that he approached was in high school. Now imagine you can have dating coaches on YouTube that never approach women, period, because all they're doing is swiping. I mean, technically we're already moving towards a non-approachable. Because nowadays with the Me Too movement, as you know, sexual harassment, and now these women are recording dudes on TikTok trying to put them on blast. But what do you think of that? Hold the truth hostage. Do you think everything is going to move online?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the reason I was bringing up commercials that, the 2010s ended dating outside of a commercial facility. They made it wrong for you to whistle at a chick outside. They made it wrong for you in broad daylight to approach a chick like, what's good with you at the park, talking to her. They've made it that you can only go date where they can make money, the bars, the parties, the events, where the woman and you are both still strangers. So I think the economics of dating has already been inflated since the 2010s. But I think because of AI, it's going to force a lot of women to kind of return back because, what you going to do when your OnlyFans is gone, when your TikTok, your thought dancing videos are replaced with a fake digital woman they just generate that could just keep shaking her ass for 24 hours. I've seen it. I've seen them generate a person that looks real that don't exist. And they've made it look like she's moving and all that, like a real person, dog.
An article.
Go on.
I just want to mention, I saw an article of them having, and they look better than real women.
They generated them. I used the tool where you could generate a real looking woman, like she look real. What's going to happen is, I think a lot of the women that have been trained.
Hey, yo, bro, you kind of you borging out, bro.
Oh, my bad. Oh, man, I might have to.
Is it me or you? I think you're borging out.
Is it me? Hello. I can hear you. I might have to refresh it.
I think it might be me. Go ahead, bro. It's me. Yeah. Some taps.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So what I think,
I can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, all right, word. What I think is going to happen is a lot of women have been tricked to thinking that independence is about how much of a hole in the thought you could be. They're going to come crashing on earth, because now what women never see is that men do not wait in problems. We replace them with technology. You know what I'm saying? Before corn, before video corn, dudes was, wagging it out over a magazine. Now you're going to literally have the tools to generate. And Solo, you know this as well as I do, which is the first industry that adapts technology. A lot of people don't know that. It's the corn industry. They adapted DVD before movies, before TV. They adapted the digital cameras, the websites. They're going to be the first ones. When you go to corn hubbing, whatever, you could literally just type, I need a chick doing this and doing that. What is the chick that's living off OnlyFans going to be doing? I want to get your thoughts, Solo. What's going to happen when a real woman has to compete with a fake AI generated woman that looks real, that looks 100% real and will do anything? And if a dude's like, I just want y'all both to be on that Star Trek ship, naked, twerking in space, a real woman ain't gonna be able to do it.
you wild.
So she twerking in space with no sound.
Wild, bro. He said starship ship twerking on his ship. Is that what you gonna be on, brother? I'm just
I'm into that sci-fi twerking.
You funny, bro. You funny.
Yeah, what's your thoughts, man? What you think gonna happen when that income stream is gone? Because I've seen, and I shared some links with you where they literally can generate a full body deep fake, and they could control and make the AI make the person do what they want.
I think there's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, go on, bro.
I think it's gonna be two sides, right? I think you're gonna have the side that are gonna lean towards an older lifestyle, that'll be more of a traditional lifestyle where you're gonna have certain women that are gonna come back, right? But then I also think that on the flip side, on the men's aspect, now you can create your perfect woman, like you said. You can make your perfect Instagram girl, all of that, and you can give her your own preferences for personality. If you want to make her a little sassy, you can make her sassy. If you want to make her, more wholesome and humble, you can make her more wholesome and humble. You know what I'm saying? So you can tweak all that. I think at the end of the day, it's gonna create two schisms. One is more people the ones that embrace more of the technological aspect, they're gonna be the ones that are gonna be more into the debaucherous thing. You're gonna see more men looking at corn, God forbid. You're gonna see more women, maybe they might revert to, I don't know, you might see women do some weird stuff too. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I think that the way, because you already see how Gen Z is changing, how the way they date and deal with women, right? I think that real talk dating is gonna be like, it's gonna be a lost art, bro, because everything's gonna be done virtually online, and then it's gonna be like that one movie, Demolition Man. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh, I think I saw some of that. That was with Wesley and The
Yeah,
Rock.
with and Sylvester Stallone. The girl was like, "Yo, let's have sex," right? He's like, "Okay." So they both put on two virtual headsets, and he's like, "Yo, what the f is this?" Like, yo, he's like, "My era, we used to do it for real," and she's like, "Ew, we don't do it." You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I mean,
I
go on, my bad, man.
I think that if you look into the future, I think that men and women there's always going to be a group, like I said, it's going to be a group of men and women that will embrace the technological aspect so much that they're going to be the most antisocial, because they're going to live in the metaverse, so to speak, right? In the AI world, right? And then you're going to have, on the other spectrum, you're going to have people that are going to be what we would consider Amish today, would be more of a traditional level of what we have today, that are still going to like deal with men or women, but it's going to be a lot of, I think, awkward people, or maybe because of the intelligence of the AI, it's going to be, they're going to be priced out, because you remember back in the day, well, you were young then, but in the early 2000s, they would let you in for clubs for free. Now to get into a club is $100. You know what I mean? So I think with hyperinflation, it's going to price certain people out, but then it all depends too on the lifestyle. If you're living on a farm, living like a holy Christian lifestyle, you might meet more wholesome women. But I think it's going to be like Star Wars, basically. You ever notice in Star Wars, the people that live in those raggedy ass villages look completely different than the people that live in the big ass cities and towers? It's going to be like that. It's going to be really the haves and the haves not, because the way that what I'm factoring is also the money system is changing. The Fed now is coming out in June, July, facts. In China, they already announced that there's a city in China where the employees will get paid in CBDCs, right? That's digital money. So how we transact with currency and such, that is changing. And AI is going to play a major part of that too. But I think all of it, I'm not just looking at AI when I look at how the mating market will change, but also how things will change with, politically and financially, And I think that at the end of the day, it's going to get worse first, but then eventually I think there are some women who are like, yo, I'm tired of this robot dildo. I want some real human affection.
I mean, you bring that up. The thing is this, man. You were talking about the universal income. A lot of people haven't noticed it already exists. It's called social influence. Like, notice how if you're Instagram.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say welfare.
Well, you got that too, but that ain't as big as. Notice if you got enough view counts and enough followers, you get influencer money. Like, let's say Solo, you got 1 million subs. Oh, Solo, you don't got to pay here. You get free food because you're an influencer. You know what I'm saying? Just take a photo, you eating or you partying with us, and you good. We'll even give you money. What's happening is a lot of people don't understand that the influencers are going to take over now. You know what I'm saying? That's the test for universal income, is how someone can influence. I've seen YouTubers that got just 500 subs say enter, Joe 15 and you get a discount. You know what I'm saying? But with the AI, I think what's going to happen with a lot of women, there's going to be a lot of female depression that's coming out because, okay, a woman could get plastic surgery, right? You know what I'm saying? To compete with another woman. But how you going to compete with an Instagram thought that was generated with an AI that never gets old? It
Well,
never gets old.
she's a human being, so you can feel the
Oh,
flesh.
no, but you just brought up, son, Conan 19. What happened with all that social distancing and all that stuff is it forced a lot of men. Like I spoke to a lot of some homies that they got hooked on OnlyFans. They got it naturalized you talking to a woman from a distance to get your fix. You know what I'm saying? It naturalized men going on, yo, man, I got my chick on OnlyFans. I pay her $5.99 or $20, $30 a month. I could talk to her. It's naturalized the distance of socializing. Like, yo, Solo, you were here. You remember when the 911 happened. I don't want to say the
Yeah,
the
I
911
remember.
happened.
I was in high school science class, right next to a snow bunny.
Yo, remember what happened? Remember how we got in our mail? They said you can't trust your mail no more.
Because of the Arabs.
A tracks. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A tracks. And what happened? That forced everyone to get an email. Your grandma, everyone adapted. And what Conan 19 did is it forced everyone to socialize on the internet, socialize online. Like it was literally 2 years of training people that it's normal for you to be introverted, stay at home, and everyone you socialize with is online. Like, yo, remember, we had our little issues here and there, but how many people were hopping on your streams during that time? Everybody.
Facts.
They had nothing else to do.
It raised new content creators that were popping, like Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit. We already know that because it changed. People were at home more. They were watching Netflix more. They were watching YouTube even more because they were tired. And this is why traditional media is dying. Look at what just happened to Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson, right? They got both let go on the same day. Why? Because traditional media ain't reporting what we see on social media. And so a lot of people are more tuned in now.
Repeat that, Solo. Repeat that.
A lot of people, I said, traditional media is not telling it as it is or the truth like social media. A lot of people see what C19 did is that this is where they messed up. A lot of people were bored and they thought a lot of people were just going to watch The Young and the Restless. That's a soap opera for you young niggas, you know what I mean, that don't know. Excuse my language, forgive me. But a lot of people, remember when that GameStop stock was going crazy? Remember that? The Redditors gathered. It was Redditors online that gathered together. What did they do? This was mostly Asian folks and white folks. This is why black folks, we behind and we got to get on point. What they did is they assembled and they pumped the stock. And you know what? It caught, and hold the truth hostage. You know what I'm talking about. It caught the traditional markets off guard because they thought people were going to be dumb just watching The Young and the Restless or Power Rangers. People were like, because what happened is the smart people, right? What they did is they assembled like Voltron and they decided, yo, let's steady finances. They steadied stocks. That's how they use GameStop. And I forgot your original question, bro, that you asked me. Hey, if anybody remembers the original question, type it in the chat. But the reality is that
I remember. No, I think I asked you what will I'm saying, the women and all that do when they can't compete with a young artificially created Instagram thought that will give you new photos.
I think like I said, women will change their standards. Instead of women focusing on money, listen, I'm gonna be real. With hyperinflation and food shortage, I think within 10 years, because they're talking about droughts and we might not have meat within 5 to 10 years because of the supply shortage. I think within 10 years, women are just happy, nigga, if you got a Happy Meal and some fries. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious, bro. If you're a farm boy, you're going to be the high value man. I know people think it's crazy, but I see that by 2030, where women, they're going to care more about just like sustenance and water than they care about a Louis bag or a freaking McLaren vehicle, right? Because the reason I say that is because people don't realize, hold the truth hostage, how bad the food shortage is and like how hyperinflation. Bro, the gas is $3.54 right now in my hood.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, it was probably around the same price. Then by midsummer, it went to $4.
Mm-hmm.
What people don't realize is with BRICS coming out, they're meeting in June because all these nations are joining BRICS, right? Where it's not all nations, but a lot of them. It's China, Brazil, right? South Africa, Russia, and India. Okay, I got them right. I always forget, but I didn't get it right in order, right? So the BRICS, there are 19 other countries hold the truth hostage. This is facts. You can Google it. There's 19 other countries that want to join BRICS. I think what you're going to see happen starting in May to the summer is you're going to see the dollar crash. Now, is it going to crash forever? No, just temporarily. I think you're going to see the dollar crash, and it's going to put a little bit of fear into people. But I think that going back to your point, I think women's standard will change because I think that issue's going to be so bad. I mean, they're talking about possibly WW3 happening. Brother, I know you heard that before. So it's like, and I'm not even going to that far. I'm not. But what's going on with Taiwan and China and what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, do you think that's by coincidence? Russia is beefing with Ukraine and China want to beef with Taiwan? Like, you got to put two and two together, right? So at the end of the day, listen, if you can read between the lines, you'll get it. If not, watch the replay 5 years later. But brother, I think the standards are going to change because I think that, just to wrap it up, women are, there's going to be political factors, economical factors, societal factors that are also going to play into this. You know what I'm saying? That's my word on that.
Oh, well, I mean, I think with what's happening is you got, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. When Kevin Samuels passed away, there's a lot of men taking Kevin Samuels like a martyr. But another thing is a lot of men during Conan 19 got to sit down, and they've seen en masse how they celebrate the sacrificing of men, the Me Too, the false cases and all that. A lot of men have become legal minded where they date, like a man will sleep with a woman and all that, but a lot of women don't understand that men now see the law. This is why money has mattered. Like, dude, I grew up in the 90s. I don't remember teenagers in the 90s talking about stock. I don't remember dudes in their early 20s around my hood like, yo, man, I know y'all, I'm gonna be outside tomorrow, but y'all better be buying these stocks. Like, people in the hood is dudes, men replace their need for children with investment. So a lot of men are putting their time into making money. But another thing that's happening is with the AI thing happening is even as more physical women take interest in men gonna weigh it out. Now, remember, these men had 2 years of sitting back, paying a chick on OnlyFans to do whatever they want. A lot of men now have lost the ability to tolerate a woman just coming to disrespect them. It's gonna be, yo, as soon as she look at me wrong, I'm ghosting. Like, now I want to ask you, son, because I've been talking about this for over 6 months, is there's a ghosting epidemic going on. Solo, have you heard more women complaining about men ghosting them than ever before?
I actually, I mean, I don't have a consensus data point, right? But I actually have, like, I've had women tell me, yeah, these men flake all the time, or on dating apps, right? Or they don't want to meet. Because I've noticed that women that actually have something going on or quality, they outside. Let's keep it 100. They outside, they at house parties, they volunteering at their local church. They are at the basketball courts trying to be seen. They outside. It's only the weirdo women that are online. Have you noticed that?
Well, I mean, there's some, to me, I think a lot of them online, they become like super material. Like, a lot of women don't understand. Like, I'm on what is it, the Tenders and all of them. Sometimes I'm on there, try to see whatever, son, like that. But what's happening is a lot of women don't get, and I'm about to translate. There's a lot of women with Tinder. What's up, Koala? There's a lot of women with Tinder. They don't get when they put "I love to travel." In the man's mind, it just translates, she wants me to pay for her to travel. I love to eat out. That man's mind, it just translates, she want me to pay for her food. A lot of the women don't get that. All the stuff you're assigning, men are looking at women like a bill now. And another thing men are looking at, I don't know if you saw that video, Solo. There was a dude, he went out with this chick, right? And they both near a hotel. She just eating a turkey he paid for, and he said, yo, let me walk you back to your hotel. She said, no, you don't gotta do that. They don't let people walk me in my hotel. And he said, oh, I get it. You got your food and that's all you wanted. Then she pulled out her phone and said, no, it's not about that. What you trying to do with me? A lot of women are ungrateful and unthankful. The man bought her a full steak dinner and just said, I want to politely walk you to your hotel. She said no. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are reading into what women type, and a lot more men are ghosting, and they're becoming so comfortable ghosting. I call it men are no longer looking for red flags. I call it men are looking for traffic lights. Like, Solo, you look at a chick, oh, she green, she good to go, she calm, she kind, she nice. Oh shit, man, she just twisted her neck and acted a little disrespectful. Yo, that's a yellow light right there. I'm gonna be cautious. A lot of men are looking for a reason to ghost because a lot of men have seen women just pull out their phone during a date because the man just pointed out something. Oh, you just here for the food. Then all of a sudden she go on the gram and say he abusive. He didn't want to pay for nothing. A lot of men have realized my job is on the line. Like, I'm gonna ask you a question, Solo. If a woman you went out on a date with her right now, a woman, and she just went live on the gram and said, oh, he been disrespectful. He trying to do something with me or something like that. He mad at me because I ain't want to do something. Are you willing to sacrifice your character, your potential future jobs for that level of disrespect? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, nah, bro. Come on now. What? Is that even a question? Nah. But unfortunately, you see a lot of goofy stuff. A lot of men are willing to put up with disrespect. A lot of men get wrecked. All of that, right? Now, the thing about it is, if men were able to read the red flags, they wouldn't even be in these situations to begin with. Look at DJ Academics, for example. Millionaire. He's got the clout in the hip hop community, but he just recently had to come out that his ex-girlfriend was putting hands on him, faked the pregnancy and all of that to keep him. What I notice about Gen Z, and I will say this, is they have far more intelligence when it comes to social dynamics and the mating issues than millennials do, right? And that's why you see a lot of Gen Zs that they're not really pressed about dating and the way they date. That's one of the reasons why ghosting is going up, because Gen Z be ghosting a lot. The men be ghosting a lot, right? The chicks ghost a lot too, but the Gen Z came up with something known as Insta dates. Have you ever heard of that?
I elaborate. I'm listening.
So Insta dates is where they meet at a coffee shop, and if they're not feeling each other, then they don't even sit down for the date. The guy can just leave, right? So a girl mentioned this on TikTok, but she didn't know what an Insta date was. So the dude met her, and she looked 50 pounds heavier than her picture, so he just bounced.
Oh, I saw that video, dog. Not to interrupt you. Dude,
so they got the Insta dates now. So these Gen Z cats, some of them, bro, they're not playing. My generation, we would sit down with a chick for 40 minutes, and even if we wasn't feeling her, we'd still pay for the food. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Gen Z, man, they ain't even taking you to eat. They on a coffee date and they Insta date. Like, it's crazy. So I do think the reason why ghosting is up because you know what I'm saying? Economically, number one, things are tougher for men. You notice a lot of men are still living at home. We know the stats prove this. And I also think that, man, these women are, city girls. See, as city girls wouldn't existed 13 years ago, bro. You know that. As city girls, what? That would have never been advertised. Now, the worst we got was Jersey Shore back in the day. That was some drunk thoughts. You know what I mean? Jersey Shore. But Jersey Shore, I guess, was the first iteration of City Girls, you could say. Would you agree or not?
Well, was that or Flavor of Love or something like that? You know what I mean? I don't remember my mind blurs out when I try to think of the thoughts of past. That's what
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. So at the end of the day, I think that a lot of men, what it comes down to is you gotta be focused on you, bro. The whole system is about to change. CBDCs, and I mentioned hyperinflation and food shortage. I stand by that, right? But the system is about to change, and you got too many brothers that are worrying about the wrong thing. Y'all worried about Jar Jar Binks, aka Pearly, when y'all need to be worried about, you know what I'm saying? Do you know how to hunt and fish? A lot of these Negroes don't even know how to fish.
Oh, yeah. But yo, so not to interrupt you, see, it's a lot of dudes is on that Jonathan Majors time, man. A lot of them, like a lot. When I saw that video and they were like, "Oh, Jonathan Majors, like if he's guilty, what he deserves what he should get." But the fact that your woman is comfortable to just snatch your phone and disrespect you like that, that shows you the modern man. The modern man is so feminized. That's what I'm saying, so feminized right now. I seen it, dude. I was at a bar. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna drop a story. I was at a bar. I came there to drink, whatever, and a woman walked up to me. She put her hand on my hand. Your hand's so big, and her man is right behind her, just standing like a dog,
Hell no.
just smiling. Yo, this is the modern man today. The modern man is at best a woman's girlfriend. That's what the modern man has become, and they walking all over them. Because when I first heard that Jonathan Majors thing, I'm like, dog, why would she be so comfortable to disrespect you and just grab your phone like that? If that's the truth, and she just grabbed dude's phone, like, what I mean? If he really hit her, whatever, he deserved what he got. He deserved the time, the prison, whatever. You know what I mean? You abused her, you deserve. But the fact that you're a Hollywood actor, and remember Tiger Woods when his girl chased him with a golf club.
Yo, Tiger was on some other piff.
Oh, Tiger was
he
he
on,
was
bro?
a savage, dog. He was Tiger, no, not to interrupt you. Tiger had one of the greatest runs in mankind, man. That man was sleeping with a different chick per hour. That's when he was the real Tiger. Now we just got the Woods. That's why he losing. That's why he can't win one golf game no more. Cause the Tiger's dead, man. The real Tiger Woods was banging a chick before the golf swing, and after he was banging another one. He was a wild animal. He was a real Tiger. Now Solo, come on, man.
Yeah,
we just got the Woods now, man.
Tiger Woods was something else, bro. Tiger Woods was something else. All right, bro. Well, listen, man, we're approaching the 2-hour mark, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to get going. But before we leave, bro, final words on this AI situation. How, in your opinion, can men utilize it for their benefit? Like, what are your final words on that?
Oh, yeah. Well, my final words is you have to start learning AI. And what it can do for you is that it can now answer your questions, lawyers, legal issues. It can now allow you to reach a limit that you used to not be, you had to pay for. Like Bing, like, yo, if you listening right now, yo, download that Microsoft Edge, start using Bing Chat. Yo, it is free AI. It will answer your questions. And what AI is going to be doing is it's going to be creating an entire new market. We're talking hundreds of trillions of dollars on the coming. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be more ability to succeed than ever before, because now you have the perfect assistant. Now with AI, everyone has a Robin. Everyone has a Robin now. You can't say, yo, man, I didn't have no one to help me. Yo, I grew up this way and that way. You can't say that no more. You have AI you could go up to and ask questions, whatever you need. So this narrative of, yo, I don't get help, I can't learn, that's a lie now. With AI, the greatest thing AI will allow men to do now is it has translated genius. We no longer have to be that smart. It's all about, do you have the text so your AI can translate it so you can understand it? Like right now, me and Solo, I'm not a car engineer, but now I could tell AI, yo, translate how they make a car motor so I could understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fine tune it to what I can do. If I'm any man right now, man, you need to focus on this AI, because a lot of men are about to be left behind. And when I tell you you're going to be left behind, you're not going to know nothing. You're going to become literally, especially with 6G about to come, man. 6G is about to hit. And with this AI stuff, and, me and Solo were talking, one big thing that's about to happen, yo, Solo, I don't know if you remember that Pokemon Go. VR is what's coming. And VR is going to be, yo, you holding your phone and you see your augmented reality girlfriend through your phone. Shit is about to get real. And when Pokemon Go happened, they literally, Solo, I'm telling you this, I'm not joking. When I was in New York, they literally had a sign that said, "Don't jump on the train tracks to catch a Pokemon." Now imagine when you gonna see AR women and all this stuff. Yo, study this AI, because you gonna get left behind to the point where we're talking you're gonna be behind by over 20 years. That's how fast this thing is happening. But I just want to say, man, thank you for having me on, man. And this is what we need, man. Brothers just talking positively and sharing that knowledge. And it ain't just, ass and titties every day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the balance breakfast of any black man, is just he wakes up, it's ass and titties with, with some Kool-Aid.
Yo, you wildin', you wildin'. All right, guys. So here's my final words. So I do think that AI has its pros and cons, man. But I'm not gonna listen. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. No neural link for me. I ain't putting no chip in my hand or brain, nothing like that. Okay, that's just not how I roll. I do think though the Chat GPT, I'm not gonna cap. I'm using that right now. Is a good way to learn AI. But the reality is that at the end of the day, it's important to understand that we don't know the full extent of this technology yet. We don't know what it can really do. And so we have to understand that a lot of this is still need to be learned. But make no mistake, I'm not with the AI. I do think we need to steady it, but I'm not all in. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, because when you have the reality factor of where they say that eventually you'll have the technology to be self-aware, I got to be like, skirt, skirt. What that means, self-aware. Well, what it means is that it knows itself. And to me, then we're going into some territory that's very murky for me. I just got to keep it 100, right? But I do think where we're at right now, it's good to steady it. Self-driving cars is cool, but I ain't putting no Neuralink in my head or no chip on my shoulder or my forehead, nothing like that. Because at the end of the day, that's what they want to do. They want to enslave us and whatnot. But I do think initially, like I said, be able to discern what I'm saying. Initially, we can use it to our advantage. But if they ask you to start doing physical things, put this chip here or chip there, hold the truth hostage. How you feel about that? Because I hear you in the background. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, I mean, dog, I don't know if you remember, there was this job where Google had their employees get chipped so they could just put their finger over the door so it could open. And with the
bro, I ain't doing a chip though, my nigga. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not doing no chip. Why you want to do a chip?
No, we know people gonna do it, man. Let's be real. All it takes is like Logan Paul to say, "I'm chipped, guys, and I feel great." And people gonna get chipped, man. These people will do anything for clout, man. That's one of the greatest songs ever made. Do anything for clout.
I hope that even though people may do it, I hope that a lot of people won't. You know what I'm saying?
But Solo, let me ask you this question. Not to interrupt you, but imagine if they like, yo, man, you get chipped, man. Frosted Flakes, you really gonna be great if you eat that.
Frosted Flakes, man. Come on, bro. No. Like I said, what they want us to give up, as I mentioned earlier, is our privacy and our human rights, our basic rights, right? Where they want to be able to monitor us. It's like Big Brother, right? The book. And at the end of the day, I think that if we can utilize it where we can jump together, right? As men, particularly people in this live stream, jump together. We build our own ecosystem where we ain't got to get chipped up and this and that. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be fine.
But look at what that brother said, Koala. He said, if Apple had an iHuman chip, the thing is, I've seen people do things for less, man. I think Solo, what you just said, and I respect it, but I think we think too good of people. We've seen them, I've seen somebody get killed for some Jordans. You know what I'm saying? And for us to think they won't sink that low, if they say, yo, you get chipped, you get universal income. The government will give you $1,000 every month to whoever gets chipped. I guarantee, Solo, we could put $50 on it. I guarantee the line all over the hood. We seen what happened with them census checks, man. It was just 1,000. What was that joint? 1,200 a month. and people were going crazy for that, and people were getting shot over, getting, my apologies, Call of Duty. They were getting Call of Duty flashing their census check. I think, man, we're one universal income. Y'all gonna get money. Y'all gonna get paid. If you get chipped, brothers they've done it for less. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, brother, I stick by what I stand. I ain't getting chipped, and I hope that nobody in my audience does it either. You know what I'm saying? Inevitably, there are going to be people that are going to do it. But I do think that if people know, like I said, we saw what happened with the C-19. People complied. When you have lack of education and lack of awareness and knowledge about a situation, that's why it ended up. It came out of fear. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, I think where we're moving to, there's going to be rapid growth with AI in the next 1 to 5 years. You said that, brother. I love the way you started off that stream. That was beautiful. That's the way to do it. But I think also in the next 1 to 5 years, there's going to be a lot of new knowledge coming in, because you're going to be able to have to keep up with what's going to be going on. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
So at the end of the day, brother, I'm not saying you're wrong. Like, let me get it straight. But at the end of the day, brother, as long as I'm here, I'm gonna try to help as many people as I can, because if you get chipped, brother, then you basically a cuck. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you basically a cuck.
You saying chips for cucks? You remember that Toys for Kids? So you said chips for cucks?
Chips for cucks, yes. Facts. Come on, bruh. Stop playing with me. But yo, everybody, follow Hold the Truth Hostage at his channel. I posted it in the chat. Hold on, let me post it again. You feel me? Hold the Truth Hostage, brother. We've came a long way, bro.
100%, man.
Yo, bro, we made like a semi-viral video. You feel me, bro? But yo, I appreciate you coming on. And bro, this was a dope conversation, brother. I think that if we have a part 3, bro, would you be willing to hop on?
Oh, of course, man. To me, that this is needed, man. Because like you were saying with the
hey, yo, hold the truth hostage. How you agree with me on all the negatives, but you still fucking with this AI shit? I'm shocked, bro. Like, yo.
Nah, because think about it. I'm gonna give you an example. As a black man, as a Negro, we've been hidden from the access of knowledge. Now, for black people and black men, it's like, what's gonna be your excuse now? The knowledge is literally.
It's for me. It's a yes or no question. When it's time to put the chip in your ass, nigga, are you gonna get? Are you? Okay, not your ass.
I ain't even get that serum. I ain't even get that serum, man. I don't say, you don't want to use the J word, because they got.
So you're saying for brothers to so you are agreeing with me then? Brothers should study it.
100%.
Don't get chipped.
Oh, you get chipped, man. Yo, I don't think we should talk no more. If you get chipped, it's like you being followed. It's like you walking around with a fucking GPS attached to your ass or something. Yo, you can't talk to nobody like that. It's gonna be crazy. Like, the cops don't even look for you. So they like, oh, he chipped, man. Let me wait for this donut to get warm.
Hey, hold the truth hostage. What I want you to do, one thing, brother, and then I gotta get going.
Word.
Because I think because you're in New York, you got boots to the ground. Because I see you always doing live.
No, I'm in Jersey. Oh,
you're in Jersey now?
I used to be in New York, but now.
Okay. Do you still ever go to New York or not really?
Oh, I haven't been to New York in
okay. Because I was gonna say is if you could take note of the RoboCop dog.
Man, they might pop one of us. That dog might be able to
40 miles per hour, bro.
Huh? Yeah, but Solo, what if that dog can sense if you didn't get the serum, if you didn't get the Conan 19 serum? Like, they won't protect anyone if you don't got the serum in your body. Like, you see, man, this stream could go to, we could be here for the next 30 years, and it will scare people. Like, what if that dog can smell if you got the Conan 19 serum in you, and it won't save anybody if you ain't get your rooster serum. You can't say the full word. It's crazy, man. It's getting crazy, brother. But I know you don't got much time left, and I want to thank you. That this is what we brothers need to do, man. Just chop it up and build, and do what we gotta do and move on.
For sure. Hey, hold the truth hostage. For sure, we're gonna do another show. Right. You feel me? I think we should do it though. Give it a little time, like this summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? and July, because I think there's going to be another AI wave like this year. And I think it's coming this summer. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited. I'm excited. Like right now, yeah, because right now, bro, when I hear Elon Musk shook, that means something's got to happen. You know what I mean?
Well,
So, hey man, I know you've used ChatGPT, bro. How have you found it?
Oh, dude, man, it's been helping me. Like, you know, I'm an author. It's been helping me. It increased my writing by over 5 times, because the biggest thing AI can do is you no longer have to research. Yo, remember, you know, we grew up at that time where you had to search on Google to find information and research. Now you just ask the AI, yo, like, you know, how does, you know, what's this city in Africa, and describe it, and that joint just writes it for you. You don't got to search through, you know how they be changing Wikipedia facts, like anybody could edit it. I did that once for an essay where I used Wikipedia as a source, and my professor or teacher was like, yeah, use Wikipedia, right, man? You know that, you know, India ain't part of Africa. And I was like, oh, I thought Wikipedia was nothing but facts, man. You know what I'm saying? So now you got the AI, and like you were saying, it helps you with your PowerPoint. And yo, Solo, I'm gonna tell you, when you get a chance, look this up, man. Look up something called 11 Labs. You know how you were busy. I remember you took that big break you were doing, son. You now can clone your voice with the AI, write a script, and you could literally upload an entire YouTube. There's a lot of AI and bot YouTube accounts running wild right now. You know what I'm saying? So now if you tired, like if you Solo, like, man, I just want 3 months off this YouTube, but I want to keep my content rolling, you could literally either type what you're gonna say, or you could record it and have the AI translate it to text, then make an AI read it for you and upload that as a video. Your stuff is, it's getting wild out here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say, man. You could take a break.
Yo,
now.
for real.
Word.
For real. All right, guys. Well, listen, we're out. Peace.
Peace out, people.